So about 5 years ago, I moved for a year to Macau. For those of you guys who don't know where Macau is, it's a little peninsula in China, and I was going to live there for a year. Going there, I expected a lot of things, but one thing that I did not expect was to have to get an STD test while I was there. When I was in China, I made some bad decisions, and it was part of my phase where I was dating a lot of guys, and specifically I was dating guys in bands, rock bands, and I at one point made some bad decisions, like I mentioned. And my best friend there had also made some bad decisions, and we decided that we should probably go and get checked out and get STD tests. And so we called up the doctor. So it turns out that in China, when you schedule doctor appointments, you don't actually get to make an advance appointment. You have to go to the hospital and just tell them when you're there, what you need, and you get a number, and there's no advanced planning. So we get there, and we're trying to communicate in Chinese that we need STD tests. And so we have our little translation book, and we're looking up the word for vagina, and gynecologist, and we're trying to communicate. They're just like, whatever, and give us a number, and we go into the room. So there's two issues. Once we're back in the room, we can go back in the room together. It's just like whatever goes in China. So we're in there together, and there's two issues. One I've kind of mentioned already, the fact that we can't speak Chinese. And the other is that people in China don't really get STD tests as regularly as we do here in the States, where, I don't know, we're, yeah. I'm not gonna go there. So they bring in the doctor doesn't speak English. They bring in a person who speaks sort of English, and we are communicating with her what we need. So when you go to the doctor here, you kind of you say, I want a STD test, and then you just do it, and you just get your results. But there we had to kind of find the words for every little part. So we're thinking back to middle school, where you learn about STD tests, and we're chlamydia, or trying to communicate, syphilis, gonorrhea. We're going through our minds trying to figure out all the STDs that we learned about at some point. Each time we say one of them, the translator kind of looks at us with disapproval, and then she says it to the doctor in Chinese, and he looks at us with disapproval. Okay, so there's a lot of judgment. We kind of just, then the doctor does his thing after we go through all of the things that we could possibly have. And we go home, and we go on the internet, and realize we forgot 15 other ones that we should have said. So we get our results, and they're negative, luckily, and so we're feeling good, except there were 15 other things that we could have potentially had. Luckily, this was the last couple months of my time there. I came back to the U.S. and went to the doctor here and got the whole battery of tests, did the normal, just say, I want a STD test, and they go, okay, and then they give you your results, and everything was fine. But kind of those last couple months when I was in Macau, I was a little uneasy, so my moral of the story here is to use protection.